I'm here at PackTech and I'm with Gary Steen, who is the Sales Director for Prestige Spirits UK, which is representing Sturzler, an Austrian glass company. Gary, I was attracted to the stand because I saw on your presentation the 10 degrees water bottle, which is one of my favourite designs. It's been around for a few years. Where is design and glass right now for a beverage or a bottled water manufacturer?
Certainly from a bottle design stroke weight point of view, the tendency and the trend over the last couple of years has been to really increase the weight in the prestige spirit sector. So a lot of thick base bottles, a lot of heavier weight bottles. For example, Diageo moved their blue label bottle from a 695 gram to a 1.3 kilos bottle for on their 75cl range, so offering on the blue label. So the trends are there. Our average weight, manufacturing weight on spirit bottles, typically for a 70cl bottle, is up in the 800 and 900 gram range now. So the trends are there, and we're helping to support that.
I noticed also a lot of bottles which have got a colour built into the base. That seems like quite a complicated technology. How's that achieved?
It's basically 4-hearth coloration or feeder colour. The channel that channels the glass from the furnace is either called a 4-hearth or a feeder, as it feeds the line with the glass. And essentially what we do is we introduce what's called frit, which are essentially small coloured marbles of glass, different colours, into the glass as it flows down these channels. We have a series of mixers which mixes the colour in with the actual base natural cosmetic flint colour that we've got, which is a neutral colour, and essentially we can create most colours that customers are after. The only criteria and issue that we do have in terms of colour are reds and sort of dark amber colours, and that's to do with the actual chemistry of actually creating the right colour. But essentially we do a whole range of colours from really dark, sort of almost black colour glass, right through into to greys, greens, blues, etc. You know, there's a whole range of things that we do.
Fascinating. What about embossing and building in those sort of brand elements into the glass? How closely do you work with the designers? Is that design work you do yourself in-house, or how many people get involved in a process like that?
Generally the process is typically the glass, our customers come along with already been to a design agency. They generally come along with some aspirational designs, most of which we tend to almost de-engineer straight away, because quite a few of them are almost impossible to replicate and through the glass manufacturing process. But essentially we settle on a design. We have our own team of design people, so they help to sort of mitigate the effect, the overall effect, and sort of difficulties that we have got against the aspiration of the customer, and hopefully we reach a middle ground.
Interesting. So if I'm a brand owner and I want a bespoke design, and I've spoken to my design agency and I know roughly the feel of the brand, how long from that point in the first meeting with you to seeing that new design on shelf?
Typically, if we can work on a drawing quickly, a drawing that's signed off by the customer or by yourself, then essentially we're looking at between 16 weeks to 20 weeks from drawing sign off to the actual manufacturing of the product. The reason for the difference between 16 and 20 weeks can be maybe any minor tweaks and changes that we might take, particularly at the sampling stage. Sometimes the design isn't quite realised from 3D imagery and 2D paper into what the customer actually wants. So usually there might be some minor tweaks and modifications that we do at that stage. But general rule, 16 to 20 weeks.
Okay, so heavier bottles, the opportunity to have more than one colour in the glass, embossing, design stages.
Yeah.
What's the most exciting thing that's about to happen in glass? What's next?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, the trends in terms of heavy weighting containers still continues. We are going through a series of meetings in the next few months with some of our customers who have really a general sort of old style whiskey bottles in existence at the moment, and we're looking at premiumising those. We're already discussing increasing the bottle weights, introducing embossing, but also the other side of our business, which is a major part of our business, is the decoration side. We do a whole range of decoration. silk screen printing, 6-colour, precious metal printing. We have obviously talked about the glass coloration that we can offer, but we can do a lot of spraying as well, yes, and also heat release transfer, water slide transfer, etc. There's a whole range of other things we can offer as added value.
Well, let's hope we can feature some of the innovations you bring to market on FoodBev in the future. Gary, thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for downloading this foodbev.com podcast. You can also follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Vimeo, Google+, and LinkedIn.